What's going on, guys? Liver Zombies here, back with another Pokemon Go video. And in today's video, guys, we are talking about some Gigantamax battles that will be taking place this weekend and this weekend only. Because yes, the Kanto starters in their Gigantamax forms will be returning to Pokemon Go this weekend. So starting on Saturday, March 8th at 6 a.m. local time to Sunday, March 9th at 9 p.m. local time, you will be seeing these max battle Pokemon along with 1-star max battles of Dynamax Grookey, Scorbunny, and Sobble. And during this weekend, power spots will be refreshing more often. I would assume maybe every 30 minutes, possibly maybe every 1 hour. But again, these Gigantamax Kanto starters will only be in max battles this weekend only. So let's talk about the best counters to use up against every Gigantamax Kanto starter, because these Kanto starters are a little tough to take down compared to some other max battle Pokemon. But these max battles will be a little bit easier compared to when they first came out, because we do have some more counters to use up against these Kanto starters. So starting with my favorite one, that Charizard, guys. Remember, Charizard, fire and flying type Pokemon, so it is weak to rock, electric, and water moves. So you guys will be looking for a 1651 CP value for the hundo of the Charizard. Now, what will be the best attackers to use up against Charizard? So once you guys are able to Dynamax your Pokemon when the max meter does fill up, which Pokemon should you swap to use max moves up against that Charizard? Well, number one, Gigantamax Blastoise. That did not change. That is still the best counter to use with a fast move of Water Gun. But yeah, Gigantamax Blastoise with the Water G-Max move is going to deal a lot of damage to the Charizard. Number two, which we got recently, Gigantamax Kingler. That is the second best counter. Fast move of Bubble, and G-Max Toxtricity will be very good to use too, with the fast move Spark. And then in terms of like some Dynamax Pokemon, D-Max Blastoise, D-Max Toxtricity, D-Max Inteleon, D-Max Kingler. All of these will be the best Pokemon to Dynamax and use max moves up against Charizard. Now, in terms of Pokemon that you should be using your fast moves up against Charizard to fill up that max meter as quickly as possible, and the Pokemon that will be taking damage from Charizard's moves, the Pokemon that you should be using will be, again, G-Max Blastoise, D-Max Blastoise, G-Max Lapras, or G-Max D-Max Kingler. Now, Kingler is a little bit weaker, so even though it's a water type, it's still going to take quite a bit of damage from Charizard's fire moves. So I do highly recommend using Blastoise if you guys have it, or again, that Lapras. So again, those are the counters that you should use up against Charizard. Now let's go ahead and talk about Blastoise. So Blastoise is a pure water type Pokemon, weak to electric and grass moves. You guys are looking for a 1409 CP value for the hundo Blastoise. So now, what counters should we use once we fill up that max meter? We should be using Gigantamax Venusaur. That is still number one. Number two, G-Max Toxtricity. And another recent one, Dynamax Zapdos, is the third best counter to use up against Blastoise. So you guys might have that if you don't have any of the G-Maxes that I just mentioned, or Dynamax Rillaboom, D-Max Toxtricity, or a D-Max Venusaur. Now, in terms of the Pokemon that you should be using for fast moves to fill up that max meter, you guys should use G-Max Blastoise is a good option. G-Max Lapras for sure is a very good option. G-Max Venusaur, D-Max Metagross, D-Max Blastoise, or Venusaur. I would probably recommend the Lapras with Water Gun. So yeah, with this, I would definitely use like 2 G-Max Lapras if you guys have it. And then for the max move attacker, I would use the G-Max Venusaur or the G-Max Toxtricity. So now moving on to the last one, Gigantamax Venusaur. It is a grass and poison type Pokemon, so it is weak to fire, flying, ice, and psychic moves. You guys are looking for a 1554 CP value for the hundo of the Gigantamax Venusaur. Now, the best attackers that you guys should be using during the Dynamax phase for max moves, number one, Gigantamax Charizard, of course, is the number one. And number two is the Dynamax Moltres. So you guys might have that one for sure. So Dynamax Moltres, number two. Number three, Dynamax Metagross, because again, a psychic type Pokemon there, or a Dynamax Charizard, D-Max Cinderace. You can even still use a G-Max Lapras or Dynamax Articuno. So again, we have some more options now compared to when these Kanto starters first came out. Now, for your leading Pokemon to fill up that max meter, you guys could use Gigantamax Venusaur against itself, or the Gigantamax Charizard, pretty good option, or even the D-Max Metagross or a Dynamax Venusaur. All of those are some pretty good options. But yeah, guys, that is a complete counter guide for the Gigantamax Kanto starters again, which will only be in max battles this weekend only. So make sure you guys get your teams prepared, get some max particles. There are no bonuses for max particles this weekend, unlike a max battle day and a max battle weekend. Unfortunately, again, no bonuses, so no extra MP this weekend. So make sure you guys do save some or buy some MP packs in the shop to get these Gigantamax starters. So yeah, guys, let me know in the comments below if you will be battling some Gigantamax Kanto starters this weekend. Let me know. Thank you guys for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, drop a like in the video, subscribe for more. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.